Hello, my name is Sabita Savraja and welcome to my Capstone presentation. Throughout the years, I've noticed there's been a decrease of representation of minority groups in English schools with students and with the curriculum, thus intriguing me to looking into the Multiculturalism Act. The goal of this act is that it allows equality amongst all recognized cultures, making these cultures equal to one another. However, it has done the opposite. It has created gaps between communities and cultures. The Multiculturalism Act serves for all of Canada. However, specific provinces have other laws that serve different purposes. In Quebec, laws such as Bill 101 and Bill 21 not only serves as revealing a dominant culture, but also plays a huge role in feeding into the gaps between communities and cultures. This inspired me to find a new concept that serves a better purpose than the Multiculturalism Act. Through discussions with certain McGill professors and intense research, I became aware of culturally grounded pedagogy. This pedagogy brings equality amongst all cultures into the classroom. And as a result of this pedagogy, it closes the existing gaps. So, the guiding question of my Capstone research project is, how does culturally grounded pedagogy address the issues of multiculturalism in Quebec classrooms with laws such as Bill 101 and Bill 21? Through my literature review, I found out that throughout the years, the definition of multiculturalism has changed. Canada follows the same method used in European countries for implementing multiculturalism. The method that European countries use is that they solely acknowledge the various cultures that exist in their respective societies, but they do not incorporate these cultures into their national identity. This multicultural practice creates a form of segregation. This calls for a need, this calls for a need of a new concept. My Capstone research project focused on a self-study that was complemented with a literature review. The most significant finding in my study was from my first internship. During my first internship, I noticed that there is a specific type of attitude teachers take on to be culturally open. They take on a cosmopolitanism attitude. Cosmopolitanism is a willingness to engage with others and the open-mindedness toward different cultural experiences. This attitude worked very well for my cooperating teacher. However, when I tried to take on this attitude, it resulted in suppressing my own culture, and it made it difficult for me to connect with students. And the reason for that is, as a color teacher, suppressing my own culture creates an environment where students are unable to talk about their own culture. So, as a color teacher, I had to take on a different attitude. I had to take on an attitude of a culturally responsive educator. A culturally responsive educator must incorporate themselves into the various communities that make up their classroom, as well as acknowledge how their culture plays a role there. In my second internship, I took on this attitude, and the results show that I was able to create a safe space for students to talk about their own culture, as well as teach them about a new culture with different cultural norms. I could go on forever about talking about the assignments and activities I've done with my students and the feedback I got from them. However, I only have 5 minutes to talk, so unfortunately, I have to move on. But you can ask me the questions. As McGill created this program, I feel that overall they did a good job implementing diversity in the professors and in the courses provided to us. However, I do recommend creating a class that focuses on culturally grounded pedagogy for the following 3 reasons. 1, it shows pre-service teachers how to implement culture into the curriculum in an appropriate manner. 2, it displays pre-service teachers on using culture to connect with students. And finally, 3, the most important of all, it provides pre-service teachers with tools to find various opportunities for students to be successful. Thank you, and now the floor is open for any questions.